UFC Fight Night Jan versus Dvalishvili. Dvalishvili, did I say that right? I'm just going to call him Merab for the sake of getting through this video, but this is one of the better fight night cards we're probably going to see all year. So let's get right into it with my two best bets for the card. Of course, we're going to start in the main event. Petr Yan coming in as a minus 250 favorite. Merab coming back at plus 210. So I like Yan here. I like him a lot. But you got to get a number better than minus 250. I'm not going to come on here and give it a minus 250 pick. I'm going to take Yan to win by decision. That one's going off at plus 120. So Yan, he's a pretty big favorite here for a reason. I truly believe that he is a top 10 pound for pound fighter in this sport, but he has been snake bitten quite a bit over the past few years. You know, the DQ in the first Sterling fight, when he was well on his way to a victory, lost a lot of money and a lot of sleep on that one. The second fight versus Aljamain Sterling, a split decision loss that didn't go his way. Who knows? A different set of judges. Maybe he wins that one. Then the Sean O'Malley fight, a split decision loss where I think he got totally robbed. That's a debate for a different day, though. So he's certainly the much more well-rounded striker here. He lands more and he hits with more accuracy. And he has elite takedown defense, 90% in the UFC. And we know Merab's going to be eager to try to take this one to the mat. So that 90% takedown defense, and take a look at his stats versus a pretty good wrestler, the champion, Aljamain Sterling. 2 fights versus him. Sterling successfully took him down on just 3 of 39 takedown attempts. So this is easily the toughest test of Merab's career. You can't say the same thing for Yan, though. However, he will be very desperate, I think very focused to get back on the winning track and back into the title mix at the 135 weight class here. So we're taking him to win by decision, plus 120. The decision part, it's pretty easy. Each of these guys is a decision machine. Simple as that. Merab has gone to the scorecards in 8 of 10 fights in the UFC, and in 14 of 19 career fights. He's only been finished once in his career as well. A very tough guy to put away. As for Yan, you know, he's a pretty slow starter. Who knows if that will linger into this fight, but that tends to lend itself to longer fights. He's gone to a decision in 3 straight fights. The 2 fights before that was the 4th round DQ versus Aljamain Sterling. Still lose sleep over that one. And he finished Jose Aldo late in the 5th round. So Petr Yan to get back on track here to win by decision, plus 120. So another bet that I like on this card is for another big fight. Well, not a huge fight, but a fun fight. The Nikita Krylov, Ryan Spann. I'm going to take under 1.5 rounds going off at minus 135. So quite simply, it's finish or be finish in Ryan Spann fights, and those finishes tend to happen very early in his fight. So check this out. Looking at his last 15 fights, 13 of them stayed under a round and a half, with an amazing 12 of those 15 fights being finished in the first round. As for Krylov, he's aggressive with both his strikes and his takedown attempts. And this is a guy who's been fighting in the UFC forever. Bunch of fights, 17 total fights, and the average length of those fights falls under the round and a half mark at 707. Don't be surprised to see a submission in this one. Between these two guys, they have 35 total submission wins and losses. So I think we're going to have a quick one here between Krylov and Ryan Spann. So there you have it, my 2 best bets for UFC Fight Night, Yan versus Dvalishvili. How did I do on that one? I think I nailed it. A lot of people, if you're consuming content for this event, pay attention to how they pronounce that name. See if they do better than I do. Anyways, that's it for my preview. Best of luck with your bets. Enjoy the fights. Woo!